game. I like her senior leadership. I like the balance that she brings to counter what Phillips is capable of doing inside. And you say that, you know, you look at Phillips and you go, 23 points, 25 boards against the University of North Carolina on their home court. That is respectable. More than respectable.
More than
That's what we're talking about in March.
Well, as Xavier keeps hitting one of two from beyond, or from the charity stripe, and that's killing him right now as the lead is 5 for Louisville. And keep in mind, folks, McCautry just picked up number 4 on that last fray. And you know what? Burt sold that. Burt told the ref, oops. For a second there, I thought she was going to get away with it. Boy, that's a huge turnover. If you could just see the look on her face. Yeah. That's a big cough up. Now, are you going to grade her down for that?
No.
All right. Good girl.
I mean, I'm going to leave her be for
a
minute.
Good girl. I like that. Boy, McCautry, how good is she waiting in the weeds?
That's where she is dangerous. There was an All-American at Ole Miss named Armini Price who was pretty good off the ball as well. This is what McCautry looks like on the defensive end. Not going to take a play off and wants to make the play when the game's on the line.
12 on the shot clock. A little high-low, but it wasn't there. Jennings. Reed. Can she do it? The crowd was standing ready to explode. Instead, it's McCautry going the other way with Burke. Almost turns it over. Louisville, remember, time is on their side.
See, that's where McCautry's a little too unselfish. I wouldn't give the ball to a freshman Burke in that position right there. I would have kept it myself if I had McCautry's skill.
Well, Bingham decided to take it to the rack. They're going to try and figure out who that foul is on. April Phillips.
Wow.
Yeah.
She steps up.
Well, Bingham's been saving the day.
Yeah, I like this lineup now. What Kevin McGuff does by taking April Phillips out is he gets a little bit more defensive-minded and he gets quicker on the perimeter. And I think that they will be more effective at going to the offensive glass with Didi Jernigan on the floor right now.
Yeah, I like that call too. Bingham. That's a big free throw. Louisville doing a much better job from the charity stripe than Xavier. Not getting as many attempts, but much better about getting them down. And Bingham has been rock solid.
And it's only a two possession game. And the way that Tudy Reed has shot the basketball today, she made 5 in the first half. She is 1 for 4 in the second from outside the arc.
Still a game that's within reach if you're Xavier. 58-52, a $1:08 left to go though. They're gonna have to get something going in a hurry. Jernigan trying to come off that screen. Taylor has just been so cold today, and that has hurt this Xavier club.
See, now we're gonna find out if Desiree Burke can handle the ball and make free throws. This is who you want to have it though.
Yeah.
You want McCautry.
And Jennings tags her, and McCautry will go to the line.
Angel McCautry only 1 for 2 from the free throw line. She does have a double-double though, and 13 points and 10 boards.
You know, and don't ever get ho-hum about those double-doubles. You expect that from her every night, but that just tells about the work ethic that you're talking about.
Her will is greater than anybody else's when the ball game is on the line. She wants the basketball in her hand. Walls wants Desiree Burke handle the ball and have to go to the free throw line on the road as a top 10 team.
I think what impressed me about your take of her when we were discussing McCautry early in the game, never takes a play off. 59, 52, 42 seconds left to go. Tudy Reed. She thought that was true. Instead, Bingham gets the carom. She's fouled by Jernigan, and Bingham will head to the free throw line. And if you're Louisville, you're feeling pretty good about things right now.
Well, you got to make free throws. There's still plenty of time right here. Kevin McGuff's team steal, score, and Tudy Reed They set that screen at the top. Tashia Phillips did for Reed to get a great look. It's one thing to hit threes during the course of the game. It's a different thing when the game's on the line.
And if you're Xavier, you got to hope that Louisville can't get red hot down the stretch. Speaking of the Cards, that's a pretty tough rest of November and December coming up.
At Utah, and Utah is a great defensive team. Lane Elliott does a fantastic job. They were picked to win the Mountain West. Alabama struggling in the SEC. Middle Tennessee State now, they got a player named Alyssa Clark, can light it up, score. And Hartford's on there, and they already beat Duke. So then you look at the challenges that Kevin McGuff, the schedule he's put together. I love his schedule. I think it puts them right away as not talking about whether they get in the tournament, but how hard they compete and where their seeding will be. You know, he has been in the 6 years prior to the season, to the postseason every year.
Well, and back-to-back A-10 tournament championships when they beat the heavy hitters, the Temples and the George Washingtons to get there. This is a league, though, that is getting better and better.
But it's different now because Dawn Staley's gone and Joe McEwen's gone. So let's see what happens with Tanya Cordoza.
Whoa! Long toward morning. Taylor finally hits a triple. And now the lead is 6.
Not afraid to take shots, that's for sure. Jerry Taylor does a great job setting her feet. And Kevin McGuff off the handoff has confidence in his senior to be able to knock down threes.
Finally, Jerry Taylor breaks the drought, her own personal drought, and gets one home from beyond the arc, and that was huge.
Well, Kevin McGuff's team is 7 for 24 outside the arc for 29%. Tudy Reed has got 6 of those 7. Everybody else is 1 for 14. I don't really like that number if I'm Xavier, if I don't win this game, because Tashia Phillips, as we mentioned before, 1 for 4.
Boy, I'm with
6 at the line.
Girl, I'm with you. And that last stick by Taylor was the first and only time somebody besides number 20 has been hitting from beyond the arc.
Now, Angel McCarthy's going to inbound this basketball. You're going to expect her to get it right back.
She wanted it. Good call.
Nice job by Jeff Walls. He knew she was going to have the ball in her hands.
McCaughtry's a very interesting player to read in terms of her facial expressions, what she's telling her players with her eyes and body language. Get it back to me.
Yeah, I talked to her about her leadership skills before the game, and she said she worked on her ball handling and she worked on her leadership. I think when you say working on leadership, I think it's a matter of maturity for her. To be patient with Desiree Bird, to help the young players understand the work ethic that's required. She's an inspiration, because as I mentioned,